Welcome to another episode of Smoove Conversations. I am your host, DJ D Smoove. I got a very cool special guest with me today. Not only is this guy a phenomenal stylist at what he does and a phenomenal person, but he's also my brother. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Tay.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going?
Yes. Welcome, man. Appreciate you. We are here in Cleveland, Ohio, where it all began for us, and it's just super phenomenal being cool. I mean, being back here, I would say, for us especially, we moved when we were younger age and moved to Georgia, and we're actually back in Cleveland for the first time since that's happened. So just very cool monumental moment for us. And on this special episode, we just wanted to make sure we let you guys know where our passion started, and that's right here in Cleveland, Ohio. So that's exactly where we are. And Tay is going to do a special haircut for us there. So I asked for the number 3 guard. As y'all can see, my cut is looking rough, and it is time, definitely time. So I can feel more confident about myself, and I can step out and just feel like, hey, I'm fresh to death. That's
Hey,
all you know what I'm saying? So
it's a pleasure.
Tay's gonna
Thank
get
you.
me right. He's always been getting me right there as far as cutting my hair, and yeah, I wouldn't have no one else personally cut my hair other than Tay. So I'm grateful he's my brother. So we're gonna get this chop started. So Tay, we're going to talk. And man, I'm just curious to know, like, when you first got into barbering, like, what was the first haircut you did, and what did that feel like?
That's a good question. So the first haircut I did was actually a classmate slash football teammate
Mm-hmm.
I was going to school with in high school,
Mm.
and I would say that would be my 11th to 12th grade year. So kind of growing to know my niche and learn my niche as
Mm-hmm.
well. But I was also cutting my hair as well. So
Okay.
I was practicing on myself first. So I'll say I'm the first person that I started on.
That's cool.
But it was a teammate actually. So he was
Yeah.
brave enough to say, hey, let me get a lineup by you.
Yeah.
So that's how it started. It wasn't a full haircut, but I was
Right.
nervous. It was pretty intense. The clippers I were using were hand-me-down.
Mm.
So I didn't know how to kind of execute what he was looking for, but I tried my very best. I'll
Yeah.
say that for
There you go.
sure. And I was confident. He was confident that
Mm-hmm.
he'll come back.
Right.
So that was awesome, bro.
That's cool. I
That
like
was
that you shared
awesome.
that. And for me, I don't know. I think that's cool. It takes a lot for someone for someone that's giving the haircut, but also someone who is trusting the individual that's giving their first haircut as a barber. So kudos to those that give, those entrepreneurs, and no matter what you're doing, their first opportunity to help, so
Yes,
good for
sir.
you. And it looked like that's where it started. So you picked it up from there. And man, you've been cutting hair now for how many years?
Oh, man, that's a good question. Ongoing is to be 7 years now.
7 years?
Yes, sir.
Man, that's
In the
vet
making.
status. Okay, I like it. And then the 7 years and cutting the hair, like, what do you feel like your specialty is? Like, what's some of the things you specialize in?
So I really wanted to specialize personally on fades, developing a fade game,
Mm-hmm.
how to do the basic skin fade and walk that up to your hair that I'm picking out right now,
Mm-hmm.
where it's not a huge dividend of unevenness,
Okay.
dark to skin. I wanted to make it look so good that you guys are like, wow, he gives the best fade. But not only that, I feel more confident about my
Mm-hmm.
fade, and I know this is what I needed out of a
Right.
fade. This is what a fade looks like. So just knowing what is a fade is and
Mm-hmm.
how to perform that. So I wanted to really develop the fade game, and I feel like I'm still learning, but I'm getting better each and every day. Truly.
Excuse me
Bless you,
as I
bless you.
sneeze. Whew. So
Blessing
yeah, no problem. Hey, I'm gonna use that as a transition real quick.
you.
Hey,
Love that.
yeah, man. So with the fades there, some people like them, some people don't. They have preferred hairstyles. Do you feel like your bag is deep as far as like the different type of styles of haircut that you can do, also on the type of different types of hair, and like how do you feel like your confidence has built over the years as far as working to the next client? Because every client's hair is different, like you said.
Correct, correct. Well, that's a good question. I'm gonna first start off by saying my first client working in the industry was
Mm-hmm.
my first year of ever cutting hair. So
Mm-hmm.
it was a diverse group in Georgia. And I remember being out there, you in a shop, you basically in a field, but not knowing the tools of going to school and learning how to cut different types of hair
Okay.
out there. So I was having an opportunity to be blessed to work behind a chair before
Mm-hmm.
working at school, going to school actually. But truly, it was an experience. I for sure was like, okay, I need to get this together. Bless you,
Excuse
bless
me
you,
again.
bless you.
Whew.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Being back here in Cleveland, it's all these trees out here compared to Utah. So I feel like my allergies are like, oh, hey, you're not done yet.
It's a reminder.
So
Where
yeah,
you
my
back?
apologies. Thank
Yes,
y'all
sir.
for those listening and watching. That said, bless you. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, yes, yes. You funny, man. But no, actually, once again, just Georgia taught me a lot about what I needed to learn and grow
Mhm.
at, because that's where I actually started cutting hair at.
Mm.
Athens, Georgia, let me be exact.
Athens, Georgia,
So,
Bulldogs.
yes, yes. Good barbers out there, I'll say that for sure. Learned a lot
Yeah.
just by icing. I did ask a lot of questions, and I feel like I was getting a lot of answers as well.
Mm.
So, I was blessed to have that opportunity. But I love cutting all types of hair. It's different
Yeah.
for sure. It's still an experience, but throughout the years, I feel like I was able to go outside the diversity of just being in Georgia
Okay.
and live in Texas, Houston to be exact.
Okay.
And that taught me a lot of the melting pot world.
I see what you're saying.
So when I say I was able to go through thick, thin,
Mm.
it didn't matter culture, race. I was able to touch their hair, and I was grateful to,
Mm. I like
because
that.
that was the first time I had the opportunity to be around that whole melting pot
Right.
full of
Get the different exposure. Now,
exactly
real quick
clients.
before you start, it's my mistake here. One of the rules that we should always tell people those getting haircuts, as you know, we shouldn't be chewing gum.
Yes,
As you see, there's
especially when I'm lining people up, or whenever a barber is lining someone up,
mhm.
it's very important not to chew gum. I would actually probably ask you to spit it out to begin with, if you do not mind.
Absolutely. What can I get one of these?
Yes, sir. You can have a next strip.
Okay.
Let me
It
help
look
you
like
out
that's why
there.
you got multiple because you
Yes,
knew I
sir.
had gum.
I seen it.
That
I
should be
seen it.
good.
The
Thank you.
vein was working, and I could take that for you actually. Want to make sure you're clean and you're comfortable as well.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate
Always
you.
taken care of. Yes, sir.
Thank you. You got a gallon of water I can drink?
Water.
A gallon.
Got to start off with your spit, man.
You silly, man. No, so I want to ask, man. So, obviously, cutting hair is definitely one of your passions. Is there any other passions that you had growing up as a kid?
I love running track.
Mm,
I wanted to actually be a track star.
okay.
So being being in a community where I was able to run for a good team
Yeah.
and a good group of people, it exposed me to a lot that I was going to seek myself to be a track star.
Okay.
Throughout those years as well, I had the opportunity to swim. I was
Mm.
like, okay,
So,
Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps, I
Yes,
like that.
sir.
I like that. He was one of your inspirations?
Very inspirational, not just for myself, but a lot of people in the United States as well, because he done it for years,
Oh,
and he
yeah.
was a gold medalist
Oh, yeah.
as well. So I think that's not only just good for myself to look up as him as an inspiration, but
Mhm.
to our people. It's very good, truly.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, that's cool, man. So, you swam and you was able to run track. Out of the two sports, which one do you feel like allowed you to be yourself the most?
Track.
Track. What events did you run?
That's a good question. Well, I did a hundreds
Hmm.
meter dash, did relay as well. Four
Yeah,
by, is it 400? Yes,
400 relay.
correct.
Okay.
And long jump as well, if I'm not mistaken.
You
It's
did four
been
by one,
years.
right? Did you say that already?
If I'm not mistaken, yes, sir.
So you were like a sprinter basically.
Yes, yes.
Nice.
First leg, actually.
First leg, so pop off they call it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
That's very cool. That's cool. What's one of your favorite memories from running track?
Doing it with my brother.
Hey, turn up. Let's
If
go. That's
I'm
me.
being honest, yes,
That's
yes.
me. And we did run track together. Want to shout out the Glenville Mustangs. And yeah, it was super cool. We got the exposure. And being able to travel with track was so cool because again, it got us out of the environment of being central, you know. So I definitely appreciated track, and yeah, those days were cool. I still feel like
Yes.
I burned a lot of people.
Not me. No, sir. Not me. That's just our competitive nature right there. But
100%.
we also know how we get down on the field as well.
And you play football too, right?
Yes, sir. I
Tell
didn't
me
see
about it.
myself really playing
Excuse me, my
outside.
allergies are good.
No, go ahead. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir. So truly, football just started young, but I didn't like it.
Okay.
I preferred track and field. And when
Track
I
and
say
field.
young, I would think I was about 9 years old when I started.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. They said I could play due to my speed and the position that was lacking for the other kids that didn't have the speed as me.
Right.
I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I was very fast back then.
Yeah.
But I didn't really see it as something I wanted to pursue.
Okay.
It didn't seem as fun as I wanted it to be.
Right.
Um,
And that's okay. That's
yes,
okay. You
yes,
learn,
yes,
right?
yes, sir. But it was also an opportunity as well
Hmm.
for me to look at it in the future to say, hey, give it a try. You
Right.
may actually
Exactly.
like it. So that's what I ended up
Excuse me.
doing. And you inspired me as well by doing it for years. So I
Appreciate
give a
that.
lot of that inspiration to you as well by doing it first and being a pioneer to do it first.
Man, appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Because I'll be kind of hesitant to do it without my brother doing it, saying, hey, this
Yeah.
is my opinion about it.
No, I
And I
definitely
take feed about that.
appreciate you.
Yes,
I agree
sir.
with you, man. I feel like for myself, there, basketball was definitely, one of probably my first passion, but I love probably the most if I'm just being honest with myself, and then football after
Mm-hmm.
that. But I was fortunate enough to play football, the longest in my career, and what was it basically 9 years. And through
Okay.
that experience, man, it just taught me so much. It taught me how to be a better like listener, um, a better leader, but also a better follower because you got to be able to follow so you can lead.
Yes, sir.
So I thought it taught me a lot, and then just being able to take those notes and bring it home, because it ain't just about putting that helmet on and pass and trying to knock somebody's head off. It's becoming a man through the process as well, off the field
On the field.
and on the field. And yeah, I appreciate you acknowledging, what you said there. So thank you.
My pleasure. It's only truth. I only speak truth to
Appreciate you,
you.
man.
Anyone who asks, I'll give you nothing but the truth.
Yeah. So let me ask, man. I know it's getting a little dark here, which is okay. Um,
Mosquitoes too, man.
Mosquitoes out here. We're just gonna
They're
keep it honest with
vicious.
y'all. The mosquitoes out here. It is the day before 4th of July, so July 3rd, and yeah, obviously the video is probably not gonna be posted today. It may. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see.
Stay
Stay
tuned.
tuned.
Stay tuned.
Exactly. Um, but yeah, just want to give you guys an update of the realistic experience that's going on here, and the update that's going on here. Currently 2 hours ahead of Utah. Where we're home technically, where our home is, and it's cool. It's cool being out here. So Tay, man, I want to ask, bro, like, what's one of your favorite haircuts to give people?
That's a good question. I don't really have one at the moment. If I'm
Okay.
really being honest with you, I like to stay open minded to doing multiple haircuts. So
Mm.
if I could do it in the same time span,
Yeah.
then I feel like every haircut is my favorite haircut.
Okay. I like that. That's a good answer.
But it's fun to just learn a different haircut and a new haircut as well.
Right.
Designs is the longest I'll say for me to do on a haircut.
Designs.
Yes, yes.
And I gotta ask, I just thought about something. Like, I mean, we cutting hair right now, and you using these mosquitoes out here,
Yeah, they
man.
out here. I think we have to give it a break right now.
Okay, we could pause the video
Yes, please.
and get some bug spray on. Like this cape protected me, so I'm like, I'm just good going through
And,
it. But yeah, we'll be back here soon.
oh, bro.
What's
Um,
going on? What's going on? And we are back. It is actually now the day of 4th of July, so it's July 4th, 2025, and yeah, we're back at Smoove Conversations podcast.
how's
We
it
got
going?
Tay back in the building, and We survived the night of the mosquito attack.
Sure did. Don't see no evidence yet, but
Man, I
it'll
do.
rise later possibly,
Man,
man. But thank you for having me once again, bro.
I got you, man. So yeah, we're back. We got to get back to the haircut. You know, so far we got the fade started here, and Tay, also known as DJ, he's going to be finishing up the cut. So we're putting the cape back on, and we're just going to jump back into the conversation as well. So if I remember yesterday, and this is just point blank memory. So um, you know, you picked up barbering. You cut your hair first, and then you also did a lineup on somebody who let you cut their hair for the first time.
Correct.
Um, Currently going to barber school, if I'm not mistaken, right now.
Yes, sir. Paul Mitchell. Paul Mitchell.
Paul Mitchell, shout out Paul Mitchell.
Yes.
And man, how's your experience been so far there?
So it's been one of a kind. I did have doubts of what I was learning
Hmm.
and how I was learning it. I'm in a program of hair design. So they have a few programs doing the hair.
Okay.
And one of them is cosmetology. You could do the barber program, and it's a mixture between two without learning the skin and nails part,
Yeah.
which is hair design. And I was grateful for the opportunity to hear about that because it's the mixture between two, but also the hours are in between as well.
Mm.
So I'm able to still learn, but I'm also able to get more hours amongst just being in a hair design program because I'm learning a little bit more about cosmetology and color, relaxers, and braids, stuff like I
Right.
was feeling like I didn't really want to like get a niche to, but now I'm getting a niche to
Okay.
because it's awesome, bro. It's awesome.
That's
Just
cool.
learning, a learning experience for sure. It makes me want to learn more. That's a good school to learn. They have good instructors.
Yeah. No, I like that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your experience at Paul Mitchell. I mean, I feel like so you've been cutting hair now. Was it 9 years? That's right.
7.
7 years.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So out of the 7 years, what's one of the biggest things that you learned?
Biggest thing that I learned in 7 years, you got to be patient. It doesn't always come the way you want it to come, but as long as you be patient and trust the man above,
Hmm.
it'll be a blessing along this journey.
Yeah, I like
So
that.
I also put the man above amongst my faith now.
Hmm.
So I learned to also take this journey, but put this man that also through this journey in my life.
Right.
You know, the first,
Hmm.
his first priority, because he threw it into my life for a reason. So what can I gain out of it?
Right. You feel like it was a gift that you picked up on and realized that, okay, this is a gift. Not only am I talented at, but that I actually enjoy doing. Like it's a passion
Correct.
too.
Correct.
Okay, I like that.
Conversational aspect, meeting people, new people.
Hmm.
It's fun. It's new. It's a new experience each and every haircut I do.
That's cool. So you know, I consider you still young, you know, but for those maybe there's a lot of young barbers and even barbers that have the aspiration of becoming a barber, you know, in the near
Hmm.
future. What kind of advice would you give to like? I know you said be patient, but like, what kind of advice would you give to a new beginner that wants to learn how to cut hair? Maybe they haven't got that first client just yet.
For a new beginner, I would tell them just be patient, stay consistent with the grind. Don't give up if you hear your first no haircut that nobody want to go to you or it's just not the best because you could always learn from that experience. And that experience could be even on yourself.
Hmm.
So I feel like it doesn't have to be on another person, but as long as you're able to see and seek learning experience from this journey,
Yeah,
you got to be open minded to fail, in my opinion.
that's a good point. Open minded to felon.
Yes, sir.
That's huge.
So
And
I feel like you got to
that's
learn.
good.
You learn to make mistakes. The
Hmm.
first haircut is not going to be the best haircut.
Right. Even though that's what we picture in our minds.
Exactly.
Okay. No, that's good advice there. Man, so you've been cutting my hair now, to basically past 9 years,
Correct. Correct.
and then if I'm being honest with you, out of living in, you know, since I've been living in Utah the past 9 years, there's been only one other person who's cut my hair, and outside of that one person, it was myself, and I feel like I have to be very, very, very strict, like with who you let cut your hair because not everybody knows the techniques or, like you said, the texture of your hair, and
Mm-hmm.
can easily mess it up, man. So
Exactly.
how do you feel like, you know, going through the school experience, like being more educated now, like how do you feel like that boosted your confidence,
Doing hair in general.
or just like being able to? work with basically any and everybody.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, it broadened my spectrum a lot.
Mm,
Um, famous quote Kevin Garnett said, "Anything's possible,"
I like
of
that.
winning. So as long as I'm able to go after it and win mentally, I feel like I could do it.
Yeah.
Apologies about that.
You good? Sorry, y'all. Had to
That's
pause the video real quick. So we got family that just got here, and like I told y'all, we're visiting. And we have a lot of family in Cleveland. So
yes.
family are just getting here. Again, it's 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to you and yours. And yeah, we just got news that ours is here. So people are popping up, but I can't go out looking rough. So I got,
That's a no-no, man.
so I gotta make sure DJ/Tay get me right before I go see the family, so they don't be like, man, what you okay? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want that to be their first instinct when they see me. So
And I'm okay with that because I don't have a haircut myself, as you guys can see. But hey,
okay,
I'm like a mechanic. I want to take care of my clients first before I get taken care of
I like that.
because you guys are important to me.
Yeah,
Truly, it's not about making a haircut good either. It's the energy that I can feed off of you guys as well
right.
as in my clients. If I got good energy in my chair, the haircut is going to be amazing.
That makes a good point. Yeah, I
Yes.
agree.
If it's just an average conversation, it's going to be an average haircut. It's how you
Ooh,
take it.
yeah. So how do you handle clients when they sleep in your chair?
I try to keep them as awake as I can,
Mm-hmm.
but that's something I can't do personally, as in like wake someone up. But I can also try my best to accommodate. Hey, this is going to be your haircut that you're relying on to sleep. So it depends on how you want to take it, as in the quality wise.
Yeah.
So I take it as how you want your quality in his haircut. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not so much about, okay, you're just sleeping and it's just a good sleep and you're just hanging out there steady headed. You gotta accommodate because some want to do this, some want to slouch over, and you're
Right.
trying to make sure it's not just the back of your head. I gotta work 3 ways, 4 ways, still the front. So it's kind of difficult.
Yeah, it's more challenging.
Yes, sir. It's kind
Okay.
of difficult.
Would you rather have a sleeping client or a client that wants a design whole head?
Whole head design
Yeah.
for sure.
You
As
take
long
the
as
whole.
if I'm able to freestyle that thing, yes,
You can
sir.
do whatever you want. Okay, I like
Yes,
that. I
sir.
like that. I like
Because
that.
then I'm able to angle it the head I need to
Hmm.
go. Basically, you won't be so slouched over the way I need you. The way you want to. Basically, I won't
Yeah.
say you need to.
Now, obviously, that just like with anything, there's different. Well, I would say with life, really, there's different communities. Everyone likes to participate in this community, that community, whatever they feel like they can fit in.
Correct.
When it comes to barbering, obviously, you travel quite a bit throughout the entire state to fulfill your clients' haircuts.
Correct.
When you do that, do you notice like the culture shift of different barbers in different cities? And if you have noticed, what do you say like some of those differences are?
A different shift. Confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Is one of the biggest key terms I could kind of describe that. A lot of barbers walk around confidently, differently everywhere. So some have different confidence
Mm-hmm.
depending on the state I've been in.
Okay.
I can't specifically say which state was which with confidence, who's still harder with the confidence or
Yeah.
still more tall. But I can say it was one of those things I noticed a lot of barbers have their confidence. It's a confidence of I'm good enough to do any type of haircut,
Right.
or a confidence of, oh, I'm not that good. This is the worst. This may not be for me.
Makes
So
sense.
once again, it's just confidence amongst yourself, your craft, and what you do on your
Mm-hmm.
day to day with this.
Now let me ask you. You obviously see people you cutting hair and they charging 250 for a cut. Depending on where you at, 500. I never paid 500, but like it just depends. Now when we was growing up as kids, bro, I remember haircuts were like $5,
Yes,
and
correct,
like that was like whole head, and I think maybe if you wanted the facials, probably like another five at most.
correct,
And then I remember it went up to 10. Then on a certain day out of the weekday, it'd be like $12,
correct.
and then it went up to 15. Then obviously 20, and so on. So now we like it seemed like the minimum when I was like basically like $45,
Correct.
and and not stopping. And I feel like that happened pretty recently where prices have increases. Like, do you see any haircuts going north like at a $500 or $100 plus for a haircut,
Um,
or it
Me
just
currently,
depends?
no, I do not know anybody personally.
Hmm.
Do I see it around? No, I hear about it more than I see it. So
Mm,
I think that's more of an individual, personal, private thing when you have with your client and your client only,
I
unless
see.
you're at a exclusive high-end barbershop or a
Hmm.
person that does charge that amount. But me personally, no, I have not heard anyone charging $500 to 200, even just to be exactly there for a haircut.
I feel like if I pay that much for a haircut, it should last at least like what, 2 months?
I was gonna say the rest of the year actually.
That's a membership, bro.
Basically, yes, sir. You're on average. That's literally about 2.5 months, 3 months of
Yeah,
a haircut right there.
I'm
But
gonna need that John semi-permanent, basically.
sprayed on. We'll
Yeah.
we'll cut it bald and we could spray paint the rest and let the rest grow back in. It'll give you a head start on
Right.
events in your hair. But I never done that personally. But I
Okay.
wouldn't advertise that either. But to
I
each
see what
their
you're
own.
saying. Yeah. No, I know what you're saying, man.
That is crazy amount of price right there. $200 to five. I wouldn't pay that.
Yeah,
I think that's why I started cutting my own hair.
I feel that. No, I get it. Some people have the finances to be able to pay their barber that, especially like you said, in a different realm of private barbering, or you have a clientele that has a budget for that.
Hmm.
But obviously, to get to that point, it requires a lot of skill, and the word you've been using mainly is consistency
Correct.
and patience.
Hmm.
And I think with those things, then yeah, if you see yourself making that much, I'm sure there's somebody willing to pay that amount.
Correct.
People have emergency situations to where they need a cut like right now, right before, let's say, an award show
Hmm.
or maybe a sporting event or a concert. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I think the best maybe way that I'll look at it is like be ready so you ain't gotta get ready. You know?
Exactly. I like that.
Yeah. So
That
yeah, bro.
makes a good point, actually. Be ready so you don't have to. What was the last part?
Stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready.
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Yeah.
Makes a very valuable point in life,
Mhm.
and not just in barbering.
I agree. There's this guy that I like to watch. I follow him. His name is Myron Golden. I hope I don't miss say his quote, but he was like, um, "Life will either expose you or it will reveal you."
Hmm.
So when your time comes, are you going to be exposed or are you going to be revealed in front of the world? And
I like
I
that.
hope I said that like it was close enough of anything, not exactly, but it's basically the same thing we'll be talking about. Just stay ready so you don't have to get ready
Hmm.
mentality. And you never know your number gonna be called. So when you be talking to your coach, like put me in, coach. You gotta be that guy that is ready already. It don't matter.
Exactly.
Yeah, starter mentality. I like that, man. But I gotta say and say thank you as well. You've been very supportive throughout my DJ career, and man, you come to multiple events, and also because of that, just showing up in those different arenas have gained clientele.
Yes.
And I think that's super cool. That again, showing up. Would you say that's one of the best ways to get clientele is just being in the community, showing up, maybe passing business cards?
Correct. Yes. Just being involved.
Hmm.
Saying more yeses than a no's, but more no's is good depending on the situation of a
Right.
response. But if it's going to be involved in the community and helping others, I'm there. Yes, H to the yes,
I
yes
like
sir.
that. I like
I
that.
love that. I'm always going to be there and support others,
Hmm.
especially my family. I support family.
Hmm.
As you guys can see, we got a family member here that made it. It was our auntie. It's a shirt that supports our family and shows how valuable our family is. He has one as well.
I do.
Had to sit it over because he didn't want to damage it,
I ain't
but
want to get no hair on it.
not at all. I got to keep it clean. But family
Yeah.
is very valuable for me, and you're the only family I have in Utah, so I would love to support you at the highest end I can.
Appreciate you. And likewise, man. I think that's what it's about. I love that. I love that. That's cool. Thanks for sharing that.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
So what's some of your side hobbies that you like doing or that you enjoy doing?
So I just recently got involved again
Hmm.
with golf.
Okay.
I love golf. It's one of those things that's
I'll give us 1 sec, y'all. More family here.
Yes, yes. Okay,
So
we're
you said
good.
golf.
Golf.
Okay.
Yes, I love golf. I also like hiking.
Yeah, hiking's cool.
Hiking is amazing.
Yeah.
If I'm not hiking, I do like to just go for a walk as well, up a
Okay.
trail or down a trail. It's one of those things that's self-reviving for my
Mm.
mental.
Yeah. You like being in nature.
Yes, sir. I'm a grounding person. I'm
Yeah.
energy for sure, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But yes, nature is very valuable in my opinion.
I agree. I feel like you breathe different air just walking
hmm
trails, and it just feels different.
Just being in the nature
Hmm.
itself, even if you're just walking in the woods, man. It don't even have to be up in the mountains, or it
Right.
don't have to be just somewhere 2 hours out. Backyard woods, just different, just to see and get grounded with earth again.
Hmm.
It changes your whole spectrum of life.
That's a
Your
great point.
personal positivity is way above the wavelength than you thought it would be. So
Right.
nature, I love nature.
Yes, sir. I like
But
that.
golf is for sure one of those things that I'm getting involved in, that
Hmm.
I'm want to consistently go to weekly.
Where'd you learn how to golf, man?
Top golf.
At Top Golf.
Yes, sir.
Y'all heard it.
Yes, yes. It's one of those things that was a practice fun at first,
Hmm.
and then I said I don't mind learning the whole game and trying to learn it for sure to get better.
For sure.
And that's when I actually said, okay, and I'm gonna take it a little bit more serious, but not so serious to the point where I'm taking score. So don't ask me yet, guys. I'm not taking score.
Right.
So
That's me too. We'll come have a good time, but
yes, yes,
keeping score wise, not there just yet.
not there, but I'm evolving. I'm evolving for
Yeah, we
sure.
graduated from putt putt. Um, we graduated from the driving range. No, I'm just kidding. They can always use practice at the driving range,
Mm-hmm.
but no, it's cool to now be where we feel like confident enough to be playing either 9 holes or 18 holes
Correct.
on the golf course.
And it has to be a good day if we're going to play 18
Oh yeah,
or even
definitely.
9.
Both. It don't matter. Yeah. And golfing's cool, man. It's one of those sports you get out there, you already out there. It's like being in the woods,
mm-hmm.
and then whatever happens nature wise, just kind of happen, and either you go and adapt to it, or you gotta get up out of there.
Yes, yes. And you got to go quick in a hurry. Usually you don't want to rush it, but
Right.
it's
You
one of
gotta
those
move.
things. Yes.
I enjoy golfing. Golfing's a good sport. You bowl too, right?
I did bowl in the past. I'm not a
Hmm.
big bowler now at the moment,
Okay.
unless it's with you guys or the family. So I don't mind bowling, but I'm not that good. But I do know how to bowl, yes. How about yourself?
Bowling.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, they probably saw me yawning. Man, these clippers are like like a massage gun. So I get if you fall asleep. I ain't getting on nobody who do fall asleep. But if you do, it's because these clippers, they nice.
Thank you,
Feel like
bro.
I'm getting like a therapeutic haircut. So anyways, what was that question? Oh, how about me? Yes, I enjoy bowling. I love bowling. And started with our family, man. Great grandfather, Paw, that's what we called him. And
mm-hmm.
he goes by Clarence Creighton. And yeah, he was the pioneer of bowling in our family, and had multiple bags of bowling balls. They all were customly fitted. He had the grips in them, had his name on the ball, bowling shoes, powder in the bag, wrist. What do you have? It
A
was like
hand rest,
it's
because
like a hand wrist.
arthritis, I believe so, because he was
Yeah,
bowling his hand away.
yeah. So that's what I learned, and I definitely have a passion for it. As kids, I remember both of us getting each a bowling ball and having our name on it. I had a Tasmanian devil ball on mine, a brown ball with my name on it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was dope. It was from that moment where I realized like this is something I can see myself doing for a long time, and I look at it like a lifetime sport. Like you can do that for as long as you possibly can. Really, like if I had a walker, I could probably still throw a bowling
Yes,
ball.
you can.
You know,
You don't need to run. You just need to
no,
throw.
like golf. It's a
Yes,
lifetime
sir.
sport. So yeah, I definitely enjoy bowling.
When the last time you actually been bowling?
Last time I've been bowling, I'll be honest with you, I went on my birthday, which was April 9th, and I went by myself, man. I wanted to get out there and just like just be free, man. Just have a good opportunity, good time by myself and enjoy the moment, feeling free out there. And I probably bowl like 4 games.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just the consistency of your pleasure of fun right there is bowling.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Just getting out there, using a house ball. You ain't got to get a custom ball, but the house ball is plenty, and got the job done. Had some good games. It's
Yes,
fun.
yes. I love to hear that.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man. For yourself, there, you talk about family. Like, I guess what's some of the most important things you learned about family as you grown up?
I learned that family is one of those things that you can't change
Hmm.
as their job and what they want to do and how they are as humans. But the only thing you could do in your job is to love them for them and be there for them,
Right.
regardless of the situation and how you feel towards it.
Makes sense.
And that's humanly of us to have feelings, but I feel like we just got to be there for our family.
Hmm.
And that's one thing I learned growing up is being there for your family means the world. Because if not, you feel like you're losing a piece of your heart because they're not going to be there for you. It's not because when you need them, it's when you really do need them.
Hmm. That's what you mean,
And they
man.
may need you more than you need them. So
Makes sense.
reaching out more than they reach out to you.
Hmm.
So I think that's very important so you can hear where they're at.
Right.
Because everybody has their own issues and it could be your own family.
That makes
So
sense.
reaching out is very important to me.
I like that. Thanks for sharing that.
Yes, sir.
That's that's really good, actually. I feel like family. I would agree with you on that. It definitely means everything. But thank you for those that needed to hear that. I would definitely take note. Um, yeah, it's not easy, especially when you move out of the home, move the nest. Not only do you move the nest, you move the city, and then you move out of the city. Then you know, for those that moved out of the state, maybe moved out of the country or away from the home, like still feel like family is still home. Whatever that looks like for you, and hope it resonates. Yeah, that's good, man. Bro, you got a favorite holiday?
I do not actually.
Yep.
No, sir. Every day.
Every day's a holiday.
Every day is a holiday for me personally.
I like that.
I'm grateful to be here each and every day. Every day is our birthday, in my personal belief and
That's what I
opinion.
think. I think so too.
So just to have the opportunity to live another day or be better the next day
Hmm.
is all I could ever ask for.
Right.
So I'm very grateful for that.
That's good,
That's
man.
my favorite day.
That's good. The alcohol.
Yes, sir. It's to kind of clean this up and get you situated for the lineup part.
Okay.
Sterilizing and cleaning any dirt, bacteria
Hmm.
that could potentially get clogged in the skin or your pores of yourself. So,
Okay.
or my clippers as well.
So it protects both the client and your equipment.
Exactly, correct.
Okay, that's good to know. So you got this term that you use. It's called crisp. What does that mean?
Crispy, crispy haircuts.
Hmm.
Crisp is crispy haircuts.
Okay.
I want to bring out the crispiest of the crispiest, and I feel like haircuts is that. And if long as you feel crispy, lineup wise, fade wise,
Hmm.
that's a crisp.
I like it.
Because your lineup is not only crispy, but your fade is crispy.
Or the facial is crispy. The crisp. I like it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then tell me about Champion Cuts. So you have the brand. That's your brand. That's your company. Your Champion Cuts there. What made you come up with the name? And let's start with that. Like, what made you come up with the name Champion Cuts?
Well, my last name is White Champion,
Hmm.
and I know that's uniquely something that's not there yet, but to give it its own uniqueness as in quality of champion, because I really value the word champion,
Hmm.
and becoming a champion. Just to let people know if you're coming into a spot, it's going to be champion that's doing it, and champions that cutting hair.
Yeah.
Anybody that believes in himself as a champion.
Right.
So champion, and I was like, let's add some cuts in there because this is what I do as a job. I cut hair, and not only do I cut hair, but I make people feel like a champion.
I like that. Now, I know obviously that's a name. Is that also where we can find you online?
Instagram for
Okay.
now.
Mm-hmm. And you have your spelling on cuts is different. It's not like Cuts. It's with a Z, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Cuts with a Z.
So when we're finding you on Instagram, we want to type in, is it champion cuts or is it champion underscore cuts?
It'll be champion underscore cuts.
Okay, perfect. And is that the best place to book you for like inquiries and stuff?
Yes, yes. If you have any questions, concerns, do not hesitate to DM me, and I'll be right there for you guys.
Okay, well, awesome.
If I'm not there right there, just know I'm busy, either cutting somebody, giving them crisp, but I'll be with you there soon.
Awesome. Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I'm gonna let Champion Cuts go ahead and finish the. Well, I'm gonna let him make a staple on my hair here, and then we'll check back in, let you guys see the final results, and yeah, we'll end it with that. Much love.
Much
See you
love.
guys. Peace.
Peace.
Yes, sir. That thing clean. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So yeah, that's DJ. That is Tay. Make sure y'all hit him up there. And you can find him at champion underscore cuts. Make sure y'all add him on Instagram and definitely book your haircut. He is mobile. He is the best mobile barber I know in the state of Utah. So make sure y'all get at him. This fade is clean. I feel like I just got that crisp. And I want to say thank you. So we'll see you guys on the next episode. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And I know it took 2 days, but hey, we got it done. We'll see y'all on the next episode. Much love. Peace. And happy 4th of July.